Reserving the right to object, we have entered into a momentous debate. This is a debate about whether or not a warrant with a single name of a single company can be used to collect all the records, all of the phone records of all of the people in our country with a single warrant. Our forefathers would be aghast.
All right, of course, Rand Paul, who filibustered the Patriot Act. Joining us now is Noah Rothman, assistant online editor at Commentary Magazine. Great to see you.
Good to see you too.
And congratulations on the new position.
Thank you very much.
You keep updating your resume, and it keeps going up. So that's great. No, that's great.
No more updates.
All right, so let's talk about Rand Paul. You wrote a piece at Commentary, which is commentarymagazine.com, about Rand Paul. Do you believe that Rand Paul is doing this because he thinks it's the popular thing to do, that people don't like it, or does he have his fundamental libertarian objections?
Well, you might have been able to say in 2013 that it was popular. It was something that was going to appeal to the masses. But at this stage, the poll suggests that the public is a lot more cautious about counterterrorism programs and specifically the need for this particular NSA program. You might have been able to say in 2013 that this was an appeal to a broader base, but now it feels a lot more like bringing home the libertarian base, the old Ron Paul supporters, who are now a little bit suspicious of Rand, who's been moving a little bit towards the center as he's running for a 2016 campaign, specifically on foreign policy.
And that's really, I mean, I think he has a lot of problems. I like the guy, but I think that's one of his big problems, and that's separating himself from his father, but not being able to separate himself too much from his father, or you lose the libertarian base, which is something that he's going to need to catapult him to, over other people who are running against him.
Yeah, it did feel like a speech, and my colleague Jonathan Toobin over at Commentary actually made the note that it didn't really feel like a speech or an 11-hour address that was designed to broaden his appeal. It was really keeping the coalition together that he already has, and this is not somebody who's going to be able to unite the Republican Party around his brand of neo-libertarian, semi-isolationist concern about the federal government's overreach.
No, not now when, the FBI just issued the warning today or yesterday about military bases being targeted, huge gatherings here in the country being targeted, and to hamper our ability to I think most people would be on board with saying, let it stay.
It's a much different threat environment.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Carly Fiorina. I like Carly Fiorina.
Me too.
But am I to understand that at the first debate, Carly Fiorina is probably not going to be allowed to be on stage while Donald Trump is?
Oh gosh. Well, you have to preface everything with the fact that it's only June. Everything can change. But if everything was held tomorrow, then yes, Carly Fiorina would not match the threshold necessary to get her into the Fox News debate, and she would be relegated to the second-tier, separate but equal debates on CNN, which is itself a bit of a dig. So she's...
Well, what's the criteria that she won't meet that Donald Trump will meet?
Well, a certain amount, basically name recognition at this stage, but a certain amount of polling support. You have to meet, I think it was 3% for Fox News, and there's only one way to do this, and that's polling support. But what's going to be interesting, I think, is that the press's reaction to this hasn't been to say, wow, Governor Bobby Jindal might be eliminated from the debate process. Texas Governor Rick Perry, a variety of others who are really critical components to the Republican coalition, but Carly Fiorina. Why? And it's very transparent as to why, because she's the woman in the field, and we're running against essentially a one-woman field on the Democratic side. Carly Fiorina is going to find herself, if she's excluded from the debates, the media and the Democratic Party's favorite Republican. They're going to offer her a very tempting package of increased name recognition, a lot of publicity in exchange for her addressing and possibly denouncing the Republican field of voters who have not extended enough support to her. I hope that she'll decline that opportunity.
It's going to be interesting because so far, and even the Chris Wallaces of the world, and we saw what Chuck Todd did to her. Why were you fired? The stock price went down. They've attacked her, failure. She has no right to criticize Hillary for the most part. But, it's a catch-22. You're not going to get name recognition if you're lesser known, unless you're out there and you're in the debates, kind of. And then if you're not going to be in the debates, then you're not going to get it's not going to work.
Yeah, they give her a consolation prize. They say, listen, we'll have you on, we'll talk about this.
But what is that CNN also ran thing? I don't get that. So the people who don't qualify for that Republican debate on Fox are going to be on the CNN debate?
Yeah, that's going to be rather remarkable. We have no precedent to talk about this. It's the top tier candidates, and then a second night where the second tier candidates debate, which I'm not sure whether or not that's going to get as much publicity, even more publicity, because it's got kind of the freak show potential. People will tune in to say what what everybody who needs a lot of publicity,
Right.
who's going to be jockeying and vying for position and sending out
that's
digs,
gonna be-
that's going to be probably very good television. I don't know if it's going to be great for the Republican Party.
Quickly here, do you think O'Malley's going to get in? I mean, we got Sanders in now. O'Malley, well, supposedly Dick Morris told us O'Malley's going to announce next week, but is any of that going to matter?
Yeah, I don't think O'Malley's going to matter. I think he will get in, but I don't think he's necessarily going to
Anybody on the Democratic side going to matter but her?
The only person who's really interested in sending out an attack against Hillary Clinton, a valid one, a genuine one that resonates with the Democratic field, is Bernie Sanders. And he's a self-described socialist. He's
Right.
as far left as you could possibly get.
Right.
Hillary Clinton would be unwise to campaign against him and jeopardize her position in the general election.
Yeah,
so no, I don't anticipate it's the very competitive.
So she ignores him, and he basically goes away, or
Probably
fades
go away.
away, because I mean he's already said he's not going to trash her in any significant way. Maybe her policies here and there, but he's not going to attack Hillary Clinton. And even O'Malley, remember Bill Clinton? He was in with the Clintons, and Bill Clinton said one day this guy would be president. So I don't think he might be setting himself up, as Dick Morris said, for some kind of cabinet position.
Probably. O'Malley's been throwing very soft punches.
Yeah, very soft.
But Bernie Sanders' attacks really do resonate on the
Because
left.
he's from Brooklyn, baby.
There you go.
There's something
Must
to be
be it.
said about people from Brooklyn. Again, the assistant online editor at Commentary Magazine, his new position, Noah Rothman, thank you, and
Thank you very much.
congratulations. Say
Appreciate it.
hello. I think Jeff will be on with us tomorrow, as a matter of fact. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, the co-host of the Daily Wrap, which follows this show every single day, Rick Unger, will be here, and we'll talk about some of the things they'll be discussing, a little preview of tonight's show. Don't go away.